the help of Utah Clean Cities, Washington City, Utah used a grant from the Department of Energy to convert 7 of its Ford pickup trucks to run on compressed natural gas and install a CNG fueling station that will also be open to the public. Dignitaries took part in a ribbon-cutting ceremony March 24, 2011, at the city's Public Works facility.
This is really neat to work on converting your fleet, to allow the citizens to use this. This is a neat step. But to me, the reason I enjoy it so much is I think it ripples out far beyond Washington City, it ripples out far beyond Washington County and even the state. Energy independence is something that is so vital for our nation's prosperity.
Senator Urquhart was asked about his thoughts on the U.S. moving to alternative fuels.
You're seeing a pretty big bubble right now in a lot of green technologies, and I think and hope the United States will avoid a lot of that with just a build up far too fast than the marketplace can absorb. But I think that there's tremendous appetite for alternative fuels in the United States, and I think that we are headed in that direction. Yeah, CNG is fantastic, especially living here in Utah. We have an abundance of natural gas. We have very cheap natural gas. Right now it's very difficult to get at traditional oil and gas reserves, and meaning that we're needing to get a lot of oil and gas offshore from nations often that don't like us. And I think it's a very good thing for the economy to use our local natural gas, and it's a great thing for the environment. So I'm very excited about a lot of the things we're doing to promote CNG use in CNG vehicles. You have two main factors. One is the price, and the second is convenience. And I think that we are making the refueling stations a bit more convenient. I think the price of gasoline is increasing rapidly. It probably will stay high for a while. We're not doing anything to promote domestic production of oil and gasoline, and so by default that means people will look for other things. And I think CNG, we see spikes in interest when the fuel prices are high. I think here the fuel prices likely will remain high, and I think that will send a lot of people to explore options, and CNG is a very good, viable option.
Washington City Mayor Nielsen offered his comments.
We decided to go with this for a couple of reasons. One, because of the cost factor. We convert our vehicles to compressed natural gas. We're going to realize some great savings. We are going to keep some of our vehicles gas because we want to make that comparison, so in a year or two we can say, wow, because we converted some of those vehicles and there was a cost to convert those vehicles. So maybe our first year we may not realize the savings as we will the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth year, and then as we convert our complete fleet. When you go from, what is it, $3.57 a gallon to $1.27 a gallon, that's $2 a gallon. Natural gas burns cleaner, it's more efficient, it's very readily available, and I believe that we as a culture need to realize the alternative sources that are available, and this is such a wonderful alternative that's here available in Utah. We don't have the pollution issues that they do up north or in some of our bigger cities, but we could get there in a hurry. And if we don't take the ball and run with it and look at these type of alternative sources such as compressed natural gas, we'll be playing catch up rather than playing offense. We'll be playing defense rather than offense. And I think this natural fuels is just a wonderful way for us, not only as a city but as a community and as Southern Utah, to find and just grasp those things that will help reduce our emissions, our pollutions, and help make our children's this area a wonderful place to continue to live. I'm glad that Washington City is in the forefront, especially with the compressed natural gas, because again, it's just the way to go, and it's smart, and heaven forbid we do something that's smart.